Did you hear that Jenny just bought a house over in Point Breeze all by herself?
What, like it's hard?
Apparently not. A recent article in the Pittsburgh Business Times just found that single women home buyers and home ownership is way up.
Dominic is back to break it all down for us. We are so happy to see you.
Well, thanks for having me back.
So walk us through this article for people who didn't read it.
Yep, so it's actually based off of a study that the National Association of Realtors did in 2024, and the Pittsburgh Business Times just ran an article about it. And what was fascinating was it looked at 1973 up to now for home buyer composition.
Wow.
And it showed that in 1973, 73% of home buyers were married couples, 8% were single men, and 11% were single women. And then flash forward to 2024, that's changed. We have 62% of the home buyers are married couples. We shifted down to 6% for single men. And you ready for this one?
Yeah.
The women have dominated. They have almost doubled, up to 20% of home buyers. It's staggering.
That's impressive. You know what? I'm not surprised by this, but I'm curious as to what the reason is. Because I think I have a few ideas in my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think for everyone in general, but based on some of these articles and studies that I've read, the American dream has changed for single women, for women in general. So though home ownership stays at the forefront, they're not necessarily prioritizing getting married and having kids. They are prioritizing higher education, going after that higher paying job, and financial independence, because it wasn't too long ago, I think 1974, if I'm not mistaken, that women were not really able to get a mortgage on their own. So a lot has changed, and I think they're playing catch up, and in a really, really big way.
I think this is amazing. It really is. And so outside of first-time home buying, are there also women who are getting into investment properties as well?
Absolutely. And I can speak from experience. I have a lot of single women who are playing the investment game, and they know it's a great way to start building generational wealth. And you know, I have a lot of single women who are just general home buyers. But we've seen that shift, and it's so exciting because it really opens a dynamic pool of buyers and sellers.
Yeah, I know. I have friends who the thing here is they don't want to wait. Like if they want a home, they want to live the American dream. They don't necessarily want to wait until they get married.
Nor should they.
Let's get into the listings, because there's one in Butler County, Herman Road, that you want to show off.
Yeah, so Herman Road, this is actually one of my listings, and it is in Butler and Summit Township. And what's really cool about this property, it's 325.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, 1.2 acres. It's got fruit-bearing trees. So it's got apples and pears.
Look at
we have
this.
blueberry bushes. It's absolutely beautiful. And what I love about this one is it was a first-time home buyer who bought this and then moved and wanted to keep it as an investment. So this was I wanted to highlight this because it's really cool to showcase that at 325 at an acre, 1.2 acres, still absolutely affordable.
Beautiful home. I love the charm.
It's a full basement downstairs, partially finished. You can see two-car detached garage as well. There will be an open house this Sunday from 1 to 3, so go and check it out.
All that needs is a white picket fence, I'd
There
say.
it is, right?
All right, and next we have another listing in Lincoln Larmer. I lived really close here growing up.
Oh, yeah? It's a great little area, 22 Mayflower. This is brought to us by Monica Reynolds of Coldwell Banker, and it's an awesome home. What I loved about this one here, again, affordability, $240,000, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, and it is part of the URA's Pittsburgh Housing Development Corporation program, where the buyer actually is able to up to 80%. They need to qualify for up to 80% of the average median income of the neighborhood. So what that means is they're keeping it affordable for people who want to stay in the area, and it's new construction, built in 2024. So you tell me a place that you can get for $240 in new construction.
It's amazing.
Right?
Yes. Dominic, thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
And if you would like to get in touch with Dominic for your realty needs, we'll connect you to him on our website, kdka.com/talkpittsburgh.